It's actually crazy how Aftermath is still screwing stuff up today, years after its release, and is actually the reason for Spider-Man's flop and why we're getting 7 sets next year, so let's talk about it. For those of you who are unaware, March of the Machines Aftermath released in 2023 as the first ever mini set. This set only had 50 cards in it, had 5 card epilogue boosters or 6 card collector boosters, and was meant to be a follow-up for March of the Machines. What's important to understand for why this is still screwing stuff up is why it was even created in the first place. As many of you probably know, Standard has not been doing so well in the past few years. Commander has kind of taken over the Magic space, LGSs aren't running Standard events anymore, new players aren't starting with Standard, and just less people are playing it. Wizards came up with these mini sets as a way of getting cards directly into Standard. They're not worrying about having to curate a drafting environment or create commander decks. It just takes some cards that we think will help Standard and just send them right out there. But people absolutely hated this. It was considered one of the worst products of all time, flopped really hard, and it just screwed a whole lot up because Wizards thought this was the next big thing. They had so much riding on this that years ahead into their slate, they had so many of these lined up. First one was Outlaws of Thunder Junction, the big score. Yeah, this was meant to be another Aftermath set and was actually 50 cards that was then shrunk down to 30 and put in as a bonus sheet, which is why Thunder Junction weirdly had 2 bonus sheets. There was also Assassin's Creed, another mini set that was just too late to save it. It was coming out too soon. There was nothing they could do. The next mini set that was going to come out was Spider-Man. Spider-Man did buy them some time because it was further down the road a whole year later, but not a lot. That's why it was still a smaller set and felt like things were missing. Now flash forward to next year's release schedule and the fact that we are getting 7 standard legal sets. Now my theory is that some of these were originally planned to be mini sets that could just get your little Universes Beyond property out there, but doesn't have to be a big deal. But then those flopped and they had to course correct, but there were already contracts signed with all these different IPs that they have to make a standard legal set. It has to be standard legal, it can't just be turned into commander decks, so instead of making mini sets that they know are going to flop, they're going to just try to turn them all into real sets. Same kind of thing that happened with Spider-Man. So there you have it, all because of Aftermath, 7 full standard legal sets next year. Now, there are some slight positives and even more negatives. First, they have even more time than Spider-Man, so ideally, by Star Trek, they have these sets fully fleshed out, and they won't feel rushed and like they were missing things like Spider-Man. The not so good thing is, say these all sell really well. Well, now Hasbro figures out that they can push 7 sets on us and still will make money and will continue to do this sort of thing even if they don't have to. So not that I really want to root for sets to be terrible and flop. Hopefully, maybe by 2027, Aftermath will start to lose its power and we will get a slower release slate. But we'll just have to wait and see.